Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we have a list of top 10 fantasy anime that you need to watch. So if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, and if you are new, don't forget to subscribe. Now without any further delay, let's begin.
Charlan! Willkommen daheim! Wie war's bei den Ausgrabungen?
Sakura.
Number 9. Tsubasa Chronicles. The series begins by introducing childhood friends with quite a strong and close friendship. Saorin, a young archaeologist who is investigating a ruin within the Kingdom of Clow, and Sakura, princess of the Kingdom of Clow and daughter of the late King Clow Reed. When Sakura visits Saorin in the ruins, her spirit takes on the form of a pair of ghostly feathered wings that disintegrate to other dimensions. As she descends into a catatonic near-death state, Saorin meets the dimensional witch Yuko Ikehara, to whom he begs for help to save Sakura. Yuko is also visited by two others who each have their own wish: Kirigane, a ninja who wishes to return to his home world after being banished from his world by Princess Tomoyo to allow him to learn what true strength is, and Fide Florite, a magician who wishes to never return to his home world, seals to avoid his king Ashura O.
Wir haben die nächste Welt erreicht!
In exchange for the ability to travel across dimensions, Yuko demands that each pay with that they value most. Kirigane offers his sword Jinryu, Fai offers the tattoo that suppresses his enormous magical strength and power, and Saorin offers all of Sakura's memories that involve him. Yuko then presents them with a creature named Makona Madoki that sends the group on a journey across dimensions in search of Sakura's feathers. After obtaining the first feathers, Sakura awakens from her catatonic state and starts recovering her memories.
Es braucht ein sicheres Auge und Gefühl, festzustellen.
During their adventures, the group gradually grows closer to the point that Fai jokingly labels them as relatives. As they travel, they learn that the feathers have their own unique abilities and can bestow several supernatural abilities to those who possess them. Number 8. Fate/Zero. The story of Fate/Zero takes place 10 years prior to the events of Fate/Stay Night, detailing the events of the Fourth Holy Grail War in Fayuki City. The Holy Grail War is a contest founded by the Ainsburn, Madu, and Tosaka families centuries ago, in which 7 mages summon 7 heroic spirits to compete and obtain the power of the Holy Grail, which grants a wish to each member of the winning duo. After 3 inconclusive wars for the elusive Holy Grail, the 4th war commences.
Irie. This man.
The Ainsburn family is determined to achieve victory in the 4th war after 3 consecutive failures, no matter the cost. As a result, they have elected to bring the notorious mage killer, Kiritsugu Emiya, into their ranks, despite his methods and reputation as a skilled mercenary and a hitman who employs whatever he can use to accomplish his goals. Though Kiritsugu had once wanted to become a hero who could save everyone, he has long since abandoned this ideal upon realizing that saving one person often comes at the cost of another's life. Thus, this is the source of conflict, which he once sought to eliminate due to finite resources/abilities. For the sake of humanity, he resolves to ruthlessly destroy anything and anyone who threatens the peace of others. Number 6. Fairy Tale. The world of Earthland is home to numerous guilds where wizards apply their magic for paid job requests. Natsu Dragnil, a dragon slayer wizard from the Fairy Tale Guild, explores the kingdom of Fior in search of his missing adoptive father, the dragon Ignil. During his journey, he befriends a young celestial wizard named Lucy Heartfilia and invites her to join Fairy Tale.
Rather extraordinary will happen.
I'd like to make a formal request of the...
Lucy forms a team with Natsu and his cat-like Exceed partner, Happy, which is joined by other guild members: Grey Fulbuster, an ice wizard, Urza Scarlet, a magical knight, and Wendy Marvell and Carla, another dragon slayer and Exceed duo.
Take the stone from that lowly wretch and bring it to me.
We will gladly aid you in this endeavor, Duke Creed.
The team embark on numerous missions together, which include subduing criminals, illegal dark guilds, and ancient aetherius demons created by Zareth, a wizard cursed with immortality and deadly power.
Ye shall again be made one!
動かないでくれると助かる。
Number 5. Ancient Magus Bride. Having been ostracized by both her relatives and partially by society, orphan Japanese high school student Chise Hattori decides to sell herself at an auction in order for somebody else to take her in and have a new place to call home. At the auction in London, she is sold for £5 million to Elias Ainsworth, a 7-foot-tall humanoid with an animal skull for a head.
この魔法使いに変われたらしい。
3日前に弟子にした。
エインズワース、その嬢ちゃんは何だい？
The Magus, who seems closer to a demon than human, either brings her the light she desperately seeks or drowns her in ever deeper shadows in her new country, Great Britain.
生きる者が死者を羨むものじゃない。
無事育てばいい。
The series deals with a romantic slice of life storyline in a surreal and supernatural light.
あとは開けるだけさ。
This is why we have to treat them like equals. If we were to treat them like the animals they are, they'd kill us all.
I'll walk you home.
Number 4. Tokyo Ghoul. The story follows Ken Kanki, a student who barely survives a deadly encounter with Rise Kamishiro, his date who reveals herself as a ghoul and tries to eat him. He is taken to the hospital in critical condition. After recovering, Kanki discovers that he underwent a surgery that transformed him into a half-ghoul. This was accomplished because some of Rai's organs were transferred into his body, and now, like normal ghouls, he must consume human flesh to survive. Ghouls who run a coffee shop called Anteku take him in and teach him to deal with his new life as a half-ghoul. Some of his daily struggles include fitting into the ghoul society, as well as keeping his identity hidden from his human companions, especially from his best friend, Hideyoshi Nagachika.
What's to do now?
You have to admire prey that can match you move for move. Keeps things interesting.
The prequel series Tokyo Ghoul Jack follows the youths of Kisho Arima and Teishi Fura, two characters from the main series who become acquainted when they join forces to investigate the death of Teishi's friend at the hands of a ghoul, leading to Teishi eventually following Arima's path and joining the CCG. Commission of Counter Ghoul, the federal agency tasked into dealing with crimes related to ghouls as well. The sequel series Tokyo Ghoul re-follows an amnesiac Kanki under the new identity of Heize Sasaki, the result of horrific brain damage sustained from Kisho Arima. He is the mentor of a special team of CCG investigators called Quink's Squad that underwent a similar procedure as his, allowing them to obtain the special abilities of ghouls in order to fight them but still being able to live as normal humans.
Roy! Hey, you're still in Central? So, how are the Elrics doing? You keeping those boys out of trouble?
Number 3. Fullmetal Alchemist. Edward and Alphonse Elric live in resemble with their mother Tricia and father Van Hohenheim, the latter having left without a reason. Tricia soon dies from an illness. After finishing their alchemy training under Izumi Curtis, the Elrics attempt to bring their mother back with alchemy. The transmutation backfires, and Edward loses his left leg while Alphonse loses his body. Edward sacrifices his right arm to retrieve Alphonse's soul, binding it to a suit of armor. Edward is invited by Roy Mustang to become a state alchemist, to research a way to restore their bodies, and undergoes a painful medical procedure which grants him prosthetic automail limbs. Edward becomes a state alchemist, with the title of Fullmetal Alchemist. The Elrics spend the next 3 years searching for the mythical philosopher's stone to achieve their goals.
The Philosopher's Stone, human sacrifices, and the outright genocide of the Ishbal.
The Elrics learn from Izumi that she attempted to use alchemy to revive her stillborn child. Alphonse is captured by the homunculus Greed, but is rescued by Aimstress leader King Bradley. Bradley is revealed to be the homunculus Wrath and brings the captured Greed to the homunculi's creator, Father. When Greed refuses to rejoin his fellow homunculi, he is reabsorbed by Father. After meeting the Zinji's Prince Lin Yao, who seeks a philosopher's stone to cement his position as heir to his country's throne, the Elrics return to Central City, where they learn of Hughes's murder. Lieutenant Maria Ross is framed for Hugh's murder, so Mustang fakes Ross's death and smuggles her out of the country. The Elrics and their comrades face Father in a final battle, in which Greed is killed by Father. Alphonse, his armor almost destroyed, sacrifices his soul to restore Edward's right arm. Edward defeats Father, who is dragged into the Gate of Truth from which he was created. Edward sacrifices his ability to perform alchemy to fully restore Alphonse, while Lynn receives a philosopher's stone. Hohenheim goes to visit Tricia's grave, where he dies peacefully. The Elrics return home, but separate 2 years later to research alchemy further. Years later, Edward and Winry have married and have 2 children. Number 2, Seven Deadly Sins. The Holy Knights of Britannia are a revered organization who use powerful magic to protect Britannia and its kingdoms. 10 years ago, it is believed that a small faction of the knights attempted to overthrow the ruler of Lionels, but was defeated by other knights and are now known as the Seven Deadly Sins. Now the Holy Knights have staged a successful coup, and the young Princess Elizabeth has to enlist the help of the Seven Deadly Sins if she is to reclaim her kingdom. This brilliant fantasy series presents strong characters throughout a deep and enthralling storyline. The story's pacing is just right, and the artwork does an excellent job of explaining Britannia's colorful fantasy world.
Hey, answer me! Who am I anyway?
My king.
Number 1, The Labyrinth of Magic. The boy Sinbad was born in the small, impoverished Tissen village of the Perfidia Empire. His birth created a radiant surge throughout the Ruck, declaring to those who stand at their pinnacle the child of destiny is here. Despite being in a country plagued by economic instability and war repercussions, he leads a joyous life until tragedy strikes in the form of a stranger that shatters his world.
Dungeons are strange and mysterious ruins that started appearing all over the world. Whoever can manage to capture one can claim...
Years later, mysterious dungeons have been appearing all over the world. These dungeons piqued adventurers and armies alike because of the rumored to have power and treasures inside. Many have ventured forth, though to this day, none have returned from them.
Then tell me, what is a Magi? That's just what I might be. I've been trying for a long time to find out.
Now 14 years old and has grown into a charming and talented boy, Sinbad yearns to begin exploring the world beyond his village. As if orchestrated by fate, he meets an enigmatic traveler named Yunin. Sinbad's story and ambition stir Yunin, and he directs him to a dungeon that could grant Sinbad the power of a king. That's it for today's video. I hope you like it, and please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe the channel. If you are new, remember to hit the notification button for any more upcoming videos.